Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Miami Heat, Bam Adebayo admits why he was angry with Herro Spoelstra. The Miami Heat are amidst their best run of form so far this season. They are coming off 3 wins on the trot, and even more impressive is the quality of opposition they have defeated along the way. The first was a blowout win against the Los Angeles Lakers by a margin of 41 points, even though both LeBron James and Anthony Davis played on the night. That was followed by a win against Phoenix Suns, and then the best of the bunch, the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Heat team has been viewed as one that cannot keep up with genuine contenders, but over the last few days, there has been a lot to be positive about. Has Herro Spoelstra finally found out how to get the best out of this roster? One moment that has stood out during these 3 games was when Bam Adebayo yelled at Spoelstra against the Suns. According to Ira Winderman in the Sun Sentinel, Adebayo said about the incident, "Spo always gets on us for glitching, and that was one of his glitches, where they're about to take the ball out, and he yells, too. Get in a zone. And I'm like, where you can't do that in the middle of the play. It just doesn't help us. And I got the foul for it. So it was one of those things where the next time down court, I barked at him and told him, stop doing it." In a different environment, a player yelling at the coach could turn out to be a problem. That does not seem to be the case in South Beach. Spoelstra said of the matter, "I tried to get our team organized into a zone and I messed that up. I called it too late, and he's yelling at me. I love it. I want him taking control of the defense. He is our voice. And every coverage, he was communicating it. Every huddle, he was making sure everybody understood what we were doing and what adjustments we were making. When he's like that, he's a special kind of leader." Adebayo has had his fair share of critics this season. He was expected to make a jump and become the face of the team. He has not done that, and his shooting efficiency has gone down. But we are now starting to see glimpses of the real Adebayo once again. The 25-point, 12-rebound and 8-assist performance against the Suns was certainly one. It is certainly having a positive impact on the Heat's results. Also, Adebayo seems to be filling his leadership duties quite well, even letting the coach know of his mistakes when the situation calls for it. Exclusive, Jimmy Butler makes 10-year Tyler Herro Heat claim. Jimmy Butler may be the face of the Miami Heat right now, but he's well aware that Tyler Herro is the face of the franchise in the near future. Although Butler has led the Heat to 2 NBA Finals appearances since his arrival in Miami 5 years ago, Herro is emerging as the leading scorer of the team. The 24-year-old is averaging a team-leading 23.8 points per game and is one of just 2 Heat players to play in all 21 games this season. Tyler's always been able to put the ball in the basket, even since his corny YouTube video days, says Butler during a one-on-one interview at the opening of his first big face location in Miami. He's confident, man. You can see it. He works on his game, shows it a little bit on social. But I actually get to see it in person. The 35-year-old Butler is likely entering the final years of his NBA career, acknowledging he can still play at a high level for another couple years. He says Herro will probably be in Miami for another decade, which would mean he would be passing the torch to the young shooting guard. "We need him, we want him to keep playing like that, and he's going to be here for a very long time," says Butler of Herro. "Probably much longer than me, because at what age I am. He's probably got another 10 years here. So it's good for him." Herro has been a 20-point-per-game scorer over the past 4 seasons, but he's averaging a career-high mark in points per game this season. Furthermore, his efficiency is at a career best, converting on 47.5% of his field goal attempts and 41.6% of his attempts from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, Butler has taken a back seat as a scorer, averaging 19.1 points per game. That would mark his lowest scoring average as a member of the Heat and his lowest since the 2013-14 season with the Chicago Bulls. Although the Heat are less than 2 years removed from their last NBA Finals appearance, they appear a long way from getting back to that level again. Miami remains a respectable playoff contender, having defeated the Los Angeles Lakers and Phoenix Suns in their past 2 games. Those games just so happened to mark Butler's return from a knee injury. However, they're still just 11-10 and in 6th place in the Eastern Conference. They don't appear to have a legitimate chance at knocking off one of the elite teams in the East in the Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, and New York Knicks. Despite the uphill odds, Butler's objective this season remains to win a championship. In fact, he calls it a championship or bust season. Same as it always is, says Butler when asked what his objective is for this season. I don't think anybody's going to say they want to lose or not win a championship. Championship or bust, always. Miami Heat overtaken by guard-needy rival as favorites to land De'Aaron Fox. If the Sacramento Kings season continues to go sideways, guard De'Aaron Fox could see a change of scenery at the trade deadline. While Fox is under contract through the 2026 season, there's nothing worse than a disgruntled star hurting the locker room. Assuming Fox and the Kings front office mutually agreed to part ways, the 2 Florida teams are viewed as the top landing spots. The Miami Heat need another star on the roster in order to compete with veteran Jimmy Butler at the helm. Meanwhile, the Orlando Magic are in desperate need of a strong backcourt player to pair with the forward tandem of Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Bovada listed the Magic, plus 400, as the favorites to acquire Fox via trade, closely followed by the Heat, plus 450. The Houston Rockets, Denver Nuggets, and Los Angeles Clippers rounded out the top 5 in betting odds. It's not out of the realm of possibilities for the one-time All-Star to request. Although he's been with the organization since 2017, reporter Matt Moore claims executives are ready to pounce. Last month, De'Aaron Fox turned down a $165 million extension, Moore wrote. The assumption was that this was about next summer's financial opportunity for Fox and nothing to worry about. Other executives aren't so sure, and they're ready to pounce. Considering the Magic's abundance of youth, the Heat will need to cut ties with rising star Tyler Herro to land the former number 5 pick. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of De'Aaron Fox? Leave your opinion in the comments.